All right.
Woo! All right, what is up? My name is Cooper.
And my name is John.
And welcome to...
Restarting.
Fuck! My name's Cooper.
And I am John.
And this is CJ
CJ
Films.
Films.
What is up? We just got back from watching Bring Her Back. I forgot the name of the movie. God damn it. It's such a good movie that I can't believe I forgot the name for a split second.
It sucked.
This is Michael and Danny's The Rocka Brothers' second movie. They first did Talk to Me, which is a phenomenal one, John's favorite.
Phenomenal.
And now they brought us Bring Her Back, which, by God, was a phenomenal movie.
It was perfect. It was perfect. Down to the last.
They, the storytelling, everything, just the gore. By God, I almost passed out, and I am bad with gore. It is awful.
I love gore.
I probably can't watch Terrifier, like you said.
In a way, gore, like when it's done in movies, it's done sometimes poorly.
Mm-hmm.
And those are hilarious.
Yeah, true. You could tell that this shit's...
Damn.
Yeah, they're like, okay, yeah, I can tell it's not a real thing.
Right, that's a fruit roll up, and they're saying it's an intestine. But no, this one, rarely do I have to turn my head watching gut wrenching, flesh ripping, teeth getting ripped out. This movie actually made me be like, oh fuck, you know. But yeah, the gore is so good. So good.
Yeah, no, it definitely. I had to close my eyes and look away because, by God, there were certain parts where I'm looking at it and it was too late before I realized what was happening. But before we get too deep into this, just to let you guys know, this is a spoiler breakdown / discussion throughout this whole movie.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to get spoiled, download or save this video somehow. Like it, add it to your private playlist to watch later.
Get out and then watch the movie. Come back.
Exactly. Do it,
like,
please.
Subscribe. Comment.
Like, subscribe as well, and hit that notification bell. So this movie starts out with, because in the trailer, they don't show the main protagonist at all.
They show Andy once.
You just see Ollie and Laura and just weird, crazy shit.
Piper.
No. They're not in the trailers. When it started, I'm like, where are we going with this? Because granted, all you know is I'm like, oh, I thought that girl in the Ollie was getting possessed the whole movie because the trailers did it so well.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
You start out, we meet our two actual main characters, Andy and Piper.
Yep.
Piper is blind. Andy is 17, about to be 18. Their dad dies, right?
Yeah.
Their dad dies. We get to see his fucking flappy wiener.
Oof.
And blood on his mouth. He was smiling when he died too. Did you catch that?
I don't know.
What happened?
What happened? I think maybe he fell and hit his head, or had a
Something.
heart attack, or
I would
a
imagine a
stroke
heart
or
attack.
something like that.
If I had to guess, heart attack.
And maybe he like bit his tongue when he was falling, because he had blood on his mouth, and it was such a weird place to.
It was very
to have the
interesting.
Blood. But yeah, regardless, the dude's hung. So I no.
You can confirm. Man had the easiest role in the movie. Just lay here naked. That's all you need to do.
But yeah, they Wait, what did you say last?
So
about?
they walked in on their dad dead. So saw his wiener and everything.
Yeah.
That's what Andy was scarred for.
Probably, honestly. Andy got some PTSD, and I think he was like, "This can't be my real dad."
So the dad dies. So now they have to go to foster care because they're both underage, or they're not 18. But Andy's about to be. They were gonna separate Piper and Andy, but they begged and pleaded, like, please let me just, like, I want to take in Piper because they were gonna live together. But they have to wait. I think it's 3 months or somewhere around there.
Yeah.
To be good, because once he turns 18, he can then file custody for Piper. Because they're not like related. They're
they're
siblings.
step siblings. And throughout the whole movie, did we get any indication of what happened to the mother?
No, I would assume they just left her.
Or like, yeah,
or
like
died
she
and then
left them.
that
Or
it's
she
either
died?
yeah, I would assume died. I'd assume died because granted, when you learn that the father beat Andy and not her, it was kind of like, did he blame Andy for the death or why the
that
mom
too,
left?
or like maybe she like Piper reminded him of the wife, or he
True.
reminded her, or she reminded him of the wife. So that's why he didn't beat her, was because he seen his wife. I don't know.
I mean, that's possible.
Yeah.
But so then we meet Laura,
Yeah. Fuck her.
the crazy bitch. Well, okay, first off, actually, rewind this. This movie starts off with the wildest fucking opening scene. We are watching a ritual go down on camera.
I loved it.
It was wild.
Once you find out the twist, and we'll get there, it made those scenes like 10 times better.
Oh, 100%.
10 times better.
You're just watching VHS footage. This felt like a VHS movie in a moment for those style.
Yeah.
Shootings.
Yeah.
We see a girl, she gets hung, and then I don't think we see what happens after that.
No,
really.
we see that at the very, like the climactic part where everything comes into line.
The best part about this movie is that it's all focused on one ritual.
Yeah.
And throughout the movie, you guys, if you pay attention, you will figure it out how the ritual works, which is fucked.
Insane.
It is so wild. So we meet Laura, and then we meet Ollie, which is her other adopted kid who is muted.
Yep. She has another kid who's adopted. You don't really find out, you do find out. His parents died as well, just like Piper and Andy's. So Laura used to be a counselor, so she's good with kids, and she decided to adopt Ollie as well. But for some reason, Ollie is mute. It kind of gives indications that he's mute because his parents died.
Yeah.
So, but he's a very weird kid.
Exactly. And then right off the rip, you could tell Laura doesn't like Andy.
Yeah, right off the rip. They take a photo of Piper, and, Laura, and Andy. But Andy is about 3 or 4 inches taller than Laura. And Laura stands in front of Andy.
And gets on her tippy toes. So he isn't in the photo. You just see his hair. And it's like a welcoming photo. So you get indications of like Laura isn't so fond upon Andy. Yeah, because at first she was only trying to get Piper.
Yeah.
She was not looking, and I'm surprised she even agreed, because she could have said no, but I bet if she said no, then they wouldn't have brought Piper in.
Yeah, she probably would have went to a different home.
Yeah, so we get that indication. Then we just start seeing some weird shit start going down. Laura's a little strange, but you're like, okay, not too bad. I'm trying to remember. What happens? Ollie does something fucking weird. Does he break out of the window first? That's the first fucked up thing he does, right? It was the cat. When so Andy and then Piper let the cat out, and we meet Ollie.
No. Oh my God.
In the pool. And Ollie's like, "Let me love you, cat."
Yeah, I can't remember if he breaks out.
He broke out during the funeral. That's what it was.
He did break out during the funeral because they're all partying, and she goes in to like knock on the door, but he's outside near the pool staring at them. Okay, yeah, you're right.
So pretty much we learn Ollie is fucking weird because he can't pet a cat correctly.
No.
And you kind of learn with what do you call it? When Laura brings in Ollie, Laura's like, not yet. You can't eat yet.
And it's like,
Fuck
I'm
does that mean?
125 pounds, but this kid is fucking skin and bones.
Yes.
Shaved head.
98 pounds wet.
Yeah, like, this motherfucker needs to eat.
Yes. So pretty much so they go to their dad's. Laura takes them to their dad's funeral, and this is when we kind of like Ollie breaks out of the fucking room through the window, cuts his hand, he's bleeding. He's trying to get into the shed, which we're all like, what the fuck's in this shed?
Yeah, what is in the shed?
What's in it? And then pretty much, like you said, Laura, Andy, and Piper, they all have a very humble moment.
Yeah.
Which I liked. I thought it was pretty cool.
I thought it was very good.
And then you get this awesome scene. That's when we start learning. At this point, I was kind of like, okay, I think this kid's a little fucking possessed or something.
Yeah.
Because in the bathtub, when she was giving him a bath.
Yeah.
And then he made the fucking window shatter. Because what was he doing? He was.
I think he was imitating the cat.
That's what it was. Which, yeah, true. He was.
Like, I don't know if that was before or after he bit the cat's tail off.
I think it was, I don't know when it was.
So if that was before, I think so we'll get there, but in one of the scenes near the end, when we hear someone's voice calling out to Piper, we seen bite marks on him. So I think he did bite the cat's tail off, and he was imitating the cat in that way.
Yeah. So at this point, we're all getting the indication.
Yeah.
Something's fucked right now. And Ollie has some red eyes. Kind of weird.
Yeah, bloodshot. Not like you're high either. It's
yeah,
like
just full bloodshot.
Blood.
So I thought that was fucking cool because it just kept building on of something. So throughout this whole fucking movie, you can tell Laura's just trying to get Piper for some fucking reason. To be honest, I feel like you picked it up fast because I know I picked it up kind of fast. Laura is trying to sacrifice Piper for her daughter because she mentions it to Ollie like, "Oh, are you in her? Are you in there? Like, is she in there?" Which we learned how she would be in Ollie.
Yep.
And all that. So pretty much, yeah, she's just trying to get fucking Piper for herself, which is fucked. Insane. As we go on.
Insane. I do got a few notes in my phone that okay, yeah, another thing is you really realize that because during the bathroom scene, after they're drunk and everything, Andy goes to sleep. And for the past night and a half, 2 nights, he's been pissing himself. You know, maybe it's the trauma from finding his dad dead. Maybe it's just a part of switching new homes, you know, kind of just being out of it naturally. I mean, fuck, his father just died. He found him. He's going to a different home. He may get separated from his sister. That's going to put a lot of stress on a motherfucker. You find out that he has been wetting the bed. But Laura has been going in her bathroom at night, pissing in a cup, and dumping it on Andy's crotch.
What the fuck?
And it's like the mind games that she's playing with him is like she's trying to make him
delusional.
Yeah, like delusional, make him lose himself so he's not fit to take custody of Piper. She doesn't want to lose Piper. And you find out, yeah, it's because she wants to put something inside Piper. Whoa. But have Ollie maybe put a possess, like a ritual kind of on Piper in a way.
And you can, as the film goes on, as we're getting clues, we're starting to realize she is studying these there's a ritual tapes that she has, like what we saw at the beginning of the movie. She is studying these, trying to learn it, trying to figure it out, and
rewinding it, pausing it. Like,
yeah,
she's really studying this shit.
Yeah. So at this point, I think her and Piper go in. They just go shopping. They do something. They're just
they just went to town to go get some girl shit.
So Andy is with Ollie, and she told Andy, "Do not let Ollie out. Leave him in there." Which Andy, you know, being 17, fuck it. Why are you locked in this room? Let me get you out. Gets him out of the room and is like trying to talk to him like, hey, talk. Like, you hungry? And obviously at this point we know this kid is fucking hungry.
Oh, yeah.
And Andy's cutting up a cantaloupe and he's like, hey, I'll give you a piece if you answer like some questions. Like, just talk to me.
A piece of paper.
Yep. And he hands Ollie the worst way possible, allows him with a knife. He puts a cantaloupe piece on the tip of the knife.
He tells him to take it off, but Ollie is like, give me that.
Grabs the knife.
Not by the handle either. He grabs that shit. And yeah, you can explain this part. Teeth and me do not mix.
He starts eating
me.
the cantaloupe and then gets to the knife and is just fucking eating.
But you don't see it yet. Andy bends over to get something out of one of the cabinets, maybe a plate or like a bowl, probably
something.
A bowl.
Yeah,
he's cutting up the melon. But at the very beginning, when he gets that knife, like we were saying in our previous video, our discussion video, the knife sound. He pulls it out, and it's just the sharpest knife, shing, metal sounding, cutting up a juicy cantaloupe, knife pressing against the cutting board. The sharpest knife, and you can just visualize it, hear it. And then he bends over when Ollie is eating the cantaloupe, and you just hear, and Ollie is going to town.
You fucking
on this knife, biting it, chipping his teeth, cutting his mouth, cutting his gums. And Andy freaks out, as one fucking would, runs out of the house, takes him to his car.
Yeah, he's trying to take Ollie to the hospital.
But Ollie is dragging his feet against the rocks, like he's not wanting to leave the premise of this front yard. But Andy, as he is 17 older, lifts weights, drinking creatine, right? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, taking creatine.
So he's pretty strong, not built, but he's
a 17-year-old to an 8-year-old.
Yeah, 17-year-old to an 8-year-old, and he easily gets Andy to the car door. He easily gets Ollie to the car door. But when he does, Ollie starts to freak out.
Oh, my God.
Drops to the ground, screaming, oh, body season. And then Andy lifts up his shirt, and he has a big old pulsing scar. Something is trying to get out of his body. So that's when you know, oh, this kid is possessed.
Yeah, he's possessed. Oh, I guess we did forget to say, around the whole fucking property, there's a giant white line.
Yeah. So, like, he's trying to stay in this white line, this white circle that is around the premise of Laura's house. And when he gets out of it, he falls to the ground. He starts actually making sound. And then he leans over to Andy and says, help me. First time we've ever heard the kid speak.
Mm-hmm.
And as the movies do, Laura and Piper get home.
Oh, yeah.
She freaks out. Laura
Why is he outside?
Why is he outside? Grabs him, goes back inside. And that whole night, they continue to watch the ritual videos that we explained about.
She's trying to she's
trying to repossess him.
Yeah, because he snapped out of it. He's like, who are you? Where am I?
Yeah.
And this is the moment we're like, oh, that's not who she said he was.
No. Yeah.
Like this kid is fucking stolen.
Yeah, he's not Ollie. Is he stolen? Was he adopted? We don't fucking know. And he's screaming for help, and she's just turning up music louder and louder, covering his mouth, and then eventually he is repossessed.
Yeah, she successfully got the demon. I'm just going to say it's a demon back inside of him.
Because it is a demon.
Because I would imagine when he stepped out of the line, when his whole fucking thing's bubbling, it was a demon getting out of him.
Oh, yeah, it was a demon getting out of him because, as you know, what happens to where he gets this person in. The demon was the one getting that soul within the body, I'm pretty sure.
Yep. So at this point, it's all like Andy can't be trusted by Laura. Laura's all like, what the fuck?
He's breaking into my room.
Wasn't that the same night she fucking decided to go into Piper's room?
Dude, that part was so fucking funny, man.
We get this awesome shot of Piper. It was zoomed in all the way to her Piper's face.
Yeah.
Then it zoomed out, and Laura's just standing there.
And I'm wondering, what the fuck is she going to do?
Mm-hmm.
Like, is she going to piss on her?
That's what I thought.
At first, I thought it was like she was literally going to dump piss on her or pee on her.
Yeah. Nope.
And that's another thing about the sound is the use of sound in this movie is phenomenal. You could hear just the...
Yep,
like,
you hear fist to fucking eyeball.
And it has like that echo too, so there's like that pocket of like, you know, your skull. It was beautiful.
It was
so
one of
fun
this
too,
could be a good meme.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, for sure.
when your buddy falls asleep first at the sleepover.
Yeah.
She did spray body Axe all over herself.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
then that
yeah,
way
yeah.
she would trick Piper into thinking it was Andy.
Oh, we forgot. Andy
Oh my fuck. Yeah, we forgot the whole fucking part.
Andy got sent to the hospital because
Before we get to that part, we can go ahead and fucking discuss to like what happened exactly, because we know when they're at the funeral, Laura fucking cut some of his dad's hair off.
when she takes him to the hospital or to the funeral, she cuts hair off of his body.
Yep.
Not Andy's, the father.
Yeah, the fathers, because they're at the funeral and Laura's all alone with the body, and cut some hair, stole some hair basically.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a scene to where she fed the hair to Ollie
when he's getting repossessed.
Yep. So at that moment, after that, this is the first time Andy finally successfully gets back in a shower.
Yeah, after
Because he's
probably a week and a half.
he is terrified of showers, and mainly for his dad's big old wiener.
Yeah.
God.
What a man.
Fucking jelly. Oh, bigger than his mic.
Oh.
We see an outline and we hear Andy's dad's voice.
Yeah.
Talking to him and all this shit. And this is where, because we, like you said earlier, he bit the cat and he could reenact the cat. He ate the dad's hair. He can now sound like the dad.
Yeah.
Which I'm going to go and assume, since it's a demon thing, they reach in the soul connected to it.
Yeah.
And then it gives him the power.
Laura said during the funeral that the soul stays in the body for 25 days or like
somewhere,
like something
30,
like that.
0 and 30 between there.
Yeah. So, the demon had a
Part of the soul.
part of the soul, yeah, within the house.
Yep. And he gets freaked out, concusses his fucking head,
Falls out of the shower.
bounced off.
It makes my head hurt.
But then this is where the interesting part is. Is you probably have it on your notes what his dad says to him.
Oh yeah, his dad told Andy when he's walking near the glass door, like, I don't have the note, but like, don't let Piper outside in the rain.
Mm-hmm.
And you're wondering, what? Like, that's such a weird thing to not want your... Yeah, sure, you don't want the child to get sick.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You don't go play out in the rain. But, yeah, it was very weird about that. So, it rains for days. Days on end after that moment. And Andy goes to the hospital, and Piper knows that he loves his cologne. So when Laura came to visit him, Piper told Laura to give Andy his cologne. It's his smell. So Andy's freaking out. He's concussed for days. He goes back home. He's kind of not himself because he still has a concussion. Not a major one, but slight. So he goes to sleep, and that's when we get the punch.
He's just fucking mollywop the fuck out of her too.
fuck
Unfair to
yeah.
Piper because she's blind, so she does is she hears or she gets hit. It's like and then you just hear somebody run out, and she doesn't have a normal door. It's the fucking like the
beads, like a
just
child,
imagine
like a
you can't see, you just what the fuck, and then you just hear somebody run out.
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck?
So when Piper wakes up in the morning, she thinks Andy did it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the mind game that Laura plays with Andy.
Yep.
Because, so there was an incident. The reason why Andy would have to show he's worthy of these 3 months of being a good brother, being a guardian, is because when he was 8, I think it was, he punched Piper in the face and hit her.
Yeah.
So the counselor, the child services, they all have that information, obviously.
Yeah.
So when they come and they check on Piper and Andy, they're going to see she has a black eye. They're going to see Andy's not fit to be a guardian because he hit her.
Yep.
Piper discussing, I smell Andy. I don't know if it was him, but I smelt him. This is his cologne, blah, blah, blah. So Laura's playing the mind game with Andy.
Mm-hmm.
And he starts to realize that shit. And is that when they start fighting?
Yeah, they start arguing and fighting, and she calls him out, and Andy's like over this. He's like, fuck you, Laura. Overpowers Laura, punches a fucking hole in the wall.
A big hole, like deep.
And at this point, he's like telling Piper, like, her and me. Like, come on, we're leaving. But Piper doesn't want to leave.
Yeah, she does not leave.
So Andy actually does the smart thing. He runs. He gets in his car, drives. What did you say? Oh, grapefruit. Yeah. He goes to the police station to child services to get them to come. Fucking like I need to talk to Wendy, which is the child services lady. Yep. Like I need to talk to her. Like this is fucked. Well, in between that, Laura takes Piper to like a YMCA type of spot.
Yeah, but before that, she shows Piper. She wants to show Piper something.
Oh, fucking shit. Yeah.
And Laura's daughter used to wear her hair in a certain way. And catch it and like blink. I guess if you ain't paying attention, you would miss this part. But that hair tie that she put around Piper was
her
Laura's daughter's hair tie that she always wore. So Laura puts Piper's hair up like her daughter's was, and she says, I want to show you something else. Someone walks past, and this is the shed. This is within the shed.
We finally get to see what's in the shed.
That we have been wanting to know what's in this fucking shed. It's just a deep freezer.
Yeah, that's all it is. Nothing crazy.
Some pottery. But someone walks by. Ollie walks by. And she says, let me show you something else, Piper. They lift up the deep freezer, and you're seeing it through just like hand, like a POV of a hand. Mm-hmm. And I about said Piper's POV, but that would have been black.
Fuzzy.
She's feeling it around, and you're like thinking, what the fuck is this? It zooms out. It is Laura's dead daughter's skeleton. Not even skeleton. Like
it's just her body. She froze her body so that way it wouldn't decompose.
Yeah, and it's decomposing a little bit.
Very little.
But very, you could still tell clearly that it's a body. It has
fucked.
skin on it. It's dressed up in clothing, and she's feeling it. And I can't remember what she said it was.
She was like, what is it? She said meat. Said it's just meat.
Meat, that's what it was. And Ollie's just hovering over it like.
It looks like Gollum.
Yeah, like for real. It looks like the Gollum from Lord of the Rings. And then it cuts to Andy at the police station.
Yep.
He has to see Wendy. While he's seeing Wendy, he's just sitting there, and they have posters of missing people. If you need this number, call this number.
Yep.
Police cards, all that shit. And he looks up, and he sees a missing person photo. Lo and behold, it is Ollie.
Oh, my gosh.
But his name is not Ollie. It is Connor McRoy or something like that.
Something.
Connor is all you need to know. And he rips that off the wall, runs into Wendy's room, and just fucking says everything to her. Everything that's been happening. Obviously, as adults would do. Oh, Laura, she was with us for 20 years.
Yeah, this is when we learned that Laura worked at child services for 20 fucking years.
Do anything like this. She lost her daughter. She loves you guys. You're thinking of this because your father recently passed. And
have you been wetting the bed?
yeah.
Calls him out. I'm like, wow.
Yes. And basically, she rips that photo off the wall, says, "This is Ollie." She fucking has him in his house. Something's wrong with him. She's playing this game. She hit Piper, and basically gets Wendy to go check.
Yeah, which is awesome.
His house. Yes.
Which, if you guys have seen our review video on it, this is where the 0.5 goes down for me.
Okay.
Because it would have been a 9.5 like you, but it's a 9. Because instead of like, all right, we'll go check this out. And like say, now she's like, there's a 50, like she maybe believes it a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's like, why don't we bring a cop with us in case you're telling the truth? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's go without a cop. Let's just go to this house where this lady apparently kidnapped a kid.
Right.
A missing kid. We're in a police station. Let's go with a cop. Take a cop.
I'm trying to think, because Laura cleans up the entire house.
Yes.
The reason why it's a mess is because Ollie.
Oh, yeah. Fucking shit. This is when I almost passed out.
Ollie, she walks in from dropping off Laura from, like,
Laura dropped off Piper.
Laura dropped off Piper at, like, a blind gymnasium.
A YMCA, basically.
Yeah, basically for blind people.
The X-Men mansion.
Yeah. And Ollie destroys the whole house. He's eating. He's drinking milk.
Hungry.
So he's ready. He has shown that whatever possession ritual that they're about to do, it's time. It is fucking time. And he starts to eat himself.
He fucking took a chunk off of Laura first.
And he's biting the table.
He fucking he's a huge chunk. Like, you'd see this in a zombie movie.
Yeah.
But they did it so fucking well.
And you see the flesh rip off. And
this is when I almost passed out.
Is that when he rips him?
He fucking bit his wrist and like a bad hangnail.
Yeah.
Just
all the way up to like the crease of his elbow. It was so well done. What else happened? What happened after that? Like,
he started eating the table.
Yeah.
He was biting the table. And in my mind, I'm like, oh, he's sharpening his teeth, or he's just that hungry.
But what happened to Ollie? Where did he go?
Ollie after that?
Yeah, because he tries to break back in.
He goes, okay, no, he's just eating the fucking table, and then he goes outside. And he's just waiting outside. That's when Laura finally comes to, because she went and passed out. She came to and did the weird, like, with her blood over the sign, the signal.
Yes,
to where
to get outside.
At this point, it's like, hey, we're doing this now. Like, it's time. We're doing the ritual, which I think the reason why Ollie was freaking out so fucking much, because granted, you're a demon trapped in a fucking boy's body. Yeah. You're here to do a job. Why the fuck's it taking 4 days?
Right.
That is interesting why it took her so fucking long. But granted, Laura, I don't think thought of it that long. Mm-mm. She's like, oh, it's okay. Just not yet. Right. And this kid's eating chickens, trying to eat the cat, fucking all this shit. Mm-hmm. So that's when I think it was time. Laura gets to go. I think she went and got Piper. Got to Piper and back before Andy and Whitney got back. Correct? No, she didn't. Because she was this is what I left because I was about to pass out.
Were you there when?
So pretty much what I'm imagining is that did Whitney call Laura?
Okay, so Andy left a voicemail for Piper, but Piper didn't have her phone because she was at the X-Men Olympic thing. Mm-hmm. And Laura has the phone.
Yeah.
And she's like hiding from Ollie because I think she took Ollie to the not shelter. Is that what it is?
The shed?
The shed. That's what I couldn't think of the word. She took him to the shed, and now she's listening to this voicemail from Andy, and it's the voicemail you hear at the end. But at the last second, Wendy's like, don't worry, honey, we're going to fix everything. So she knows Wendy's coming with Andy. So she cleans up the house real quick, and that's when we see Laura acting like she just got out of the shower. She has a robe on, so she's hiding her arm. And basically, everything's good. Everything seems to be good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think what gave the indication of...
I think she raised her arm up to wipe her hand, and she raised the hand where she got bit.
Yep.
And blood got on her cheek.
Yeah.
When
that's
he's
what
like,
it is.
what are you doing?
Why are you bleeding? And then she realizes, she grabs Wendy's arm, and she's like, I'm going to bring her back. Like, it's okay. Like, you got to trust me. You got to trust me. And Wendy's fucking terrified at this point. Like, she realizes, like, this girl's fucking crazy. Andy is searching the whole house, trying to find Ollie. He finds him in the shed, screams for Winnie to come out there.
Yeah, because that's when you find Ollie is in the process of eating Laura's daughter's face.
He is eating Laura's daughter's face because that is a way you get the soul into the body of the person who is possessed by said demon. And the demon is going to do something with this soul once it is manifested all the way inside Ollie's body. They see that, and they run out, and they try to get away, and they're about to get away. And this is where I was so fucking pissed. I knew it was coming.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck you. But it was a good fuck you. That's the thing I like about horror films, is when the person you're rooting for meets their demise and fucking dies.
Mm-hmm.
They are about to get in the car. They are running to the car. And as fashion does it, the camera cuts. And Laura is fucking driving her car straight at Wendy and Andy. Runs them over. Wendy gets fucking demolished. She is unrecognizable.
Wendy's
she got ran over by all 4 fucking tires, I think. Andy is still alive, but he is kind of half breathing in a pothole puddle. And it has been raining for 4 or 5 days now.
Yep.
And she fucking takes Andy's head and drowns him.
Oh, it just fucking sucked, honestly.
It was so fucking retarded, but it was so good. Like you those are where it's like I didn't hate it.
No.
I hated the fact that he died, but the reason I hated it was because they did their job. They made me attached to this character. He's written very well, and yeah.
Which, this is when we kind of like we get the notion of how the ritual works. What I think we gathered from it is that within the circle, someone has to die before the soul transfer happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this was the death.
And they have to die the same way that the person's soul they're trying to bring back died.
Mm-hmm.
And she died by drowning. Yep. So she needed to make that sacrifice of Andy drowning.
Yep. And then we get to the part where Laura picks up Piper, brings her home, and Piper is, since she's blind, walking around the house. The house is just a massacre. Blood everywhere. Mm-hmm. Food and all this bullshit everywhere. Mm-hmm. And then you hear Andy's voice.
Yeah. Piper.
Up here, Piper. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. Yep. Interesting. Wild. This is when she goes in, and it's Ollie calling for her using Andy's voice, which this is where I for me at least, I confirmed it's if he eats something of someone, he can then manipulate to sound like him.
The demon can manipulate.
In a way like a skinwalker.
Yeah, I did get that vibe when he ate the hair.
Yep.
I forgot to mention that earlier, but yeah, it's kind of like a skinwalker, sort of.
Yeah, and then Laura kind of catches on because she touches Ollie's head, realizes he's bald. Laura says curly and red. Yeah,
at the very beginning, Andy is always describing people, what things look like to Piper because she's blind. Mm-hmm. And Laura and Andy kind of have like a human heart-to-heart at the very beginning of the movie. Andy describes what Ollie looks like, and he says, yeah, he's cute, he's tall, and that's when Laura's like, oh, okay, yeah, he has red hair, it's curly, and
I'm just fucking with the blind person.
She touches his head, and he's fucking bald, and not cute, not tall, very skinny, and yeah. That's when she realizes that everything is not so pretty.
Yeah, and then there's what do you call it? There's a moment where she kind of calls out Laura, like, who was that? Like, oh, it's Ollie. It's like, no. And this is where Laura kind of, I feel like she's tired of playing the games. She's like, what are we doing? Like, I'm going to take you to the pool and drown you now.
Yeah.
And Laura, surprisingly, Piper fought back, got into the bathroom, locked herself in there, which was cool. But then that's when we see Andy. And this is where you see a bite mark on his fucking arm. And I'm like, oh, that's how he sounded like fucking Andy.
And the way she found out it was Andy, because Andy has braces. And she felt around this face till she reached the mouth and felt the braces. Dude, that part was so sad, dude.
Very sad.
Like the last 10 minutes, 15 minutes, I almost cried, dude. Like the way they are just like the music, the tone, the direction that they're going. It was beautifully shot too.
Yes.
Like when it's raining and they're in the pool and she's just sitting there, like, because Piper gets knocked out.
The funniest part though is that she was trying to get away from Laura and ran into a pole.
She throws a bottle and surprisingly hits her.
Yeah, it's like, what happened to this whole being blind? What are you, Daredevil?
Yeah, for real. She gave off Daredevil vibes.
And then hit a pole and was like, oh, wait, never mind.
I mean, dude, that had to hurt like a motherfucker.
She had a big knot on her head already.
Knocked out. That's when she drags her.
Yep, got her to the pool. We see Ollie is now fucking pregnant.
Yeah, pregnant. Like, this motherfucker. How many beers did he have to drink to get that fucking beer belly? Because, good Lord.
So at this point, Ollie, the demon, is just complete. It's basically the demon at this point.
Yeah.
Showing himself.
There is no more Ollie. This is a full-on possessed human being.
All he's doing is waiting on Laura to drown Piper so then he can put the spirit of Laura's daughter into him. That's all he has. That's his only job.
Yeah.
Which, to be honest, wild that the demon is like, all right, what are we doing? All right, this is all. Okay, I'll let you. I won't intervene. I'll let you do it. But Laura is drowning her, and then you hear the voice of Laura's daughter saying "Mom," which you did hear from Laura earlier in the movie. All she wants to do is hear her daughter say her name.
Yeah, she even asked Piper to call. Hey, do you think you'll ever call me Mom? And she said,
Nah.
Probably not. Probably not. But yeah, she hears Piper call out.
Do you think Piper called out Mom?
Or do you think it was Ollie? Or was it Piper?
Or I don't know. It could have been Piper, or it could have just been the spirit. At this point, I would believe it.
Like a spirit.
The spirit
like
said
she
it.
Hears
It could have been Piper, I bet, saying "Mom."
Right.
I mean, granted, Piper could have been that smart at the moment.
Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking after it, because she gets conscious back, she's drowning, and then she's fighting back. She calls out Mom, and then that's when Laura kind of realizes, like,
what am I doing?
Fuck, what am I doing? You know what I mean? I'm killing my daughter, basically, already. Like, I've been doing this whole ritual to try and bring her back, but I'm fucking crazy.
Like, I have to kill this person. She kind of just comes to, like, why am I doing this?
Yeah, like a realization. And does Piper do anything to her?
Piper, like, scratches her eye.
Oh, yeah, she scratches her eye.
And then gets away. Because I think Laura's crying at this moment. Kind of gave up. Yeah. Meanwhile, the demon's like, He just wants to fucking eat. He just wants to get his job done and leave.
Yeah.
And which at that point, Ollie's like, no, get back here. And gets Piper, was like, I'm putting this fucking soul in you.
Yeah.
But
the demon realizes, like, this is the vessel this is the person I'm trying to put this soul into. Mm-hmm. Where are you going?
And that's when Piper turns around, knees him in his beer belly. And when he threw up, I'm going to go ahead and assume that was the guts and shit of Laura's daughter.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have it anymore.
No.
So it's like, well, this is kind of ruined. And Piper successfully doesn't hit a tree when she runs by all these trees.
Yeah.
And stops a car. and gets picked up.
She falls down in front of the car. The car stops. They pick her up, and what?
No, I was like, whoa, what happened?
Oh, I didn't know if it stopped recording or something. I was like, shit. And Ollie's witnessing all this. Possessed or not, there's still a human being within this conscience of this said demon. And he sees her escape, and somehow
he basically just
defeats
falls
the demon,
on the other side,
falls down the hill, and makes sure he gets out of said circle of ritual.
He is the only person I've ever seen in a horror movie successfully perform his own exorcism and win.
Yeah. So when he gets out of that circle, he fucking makes it out.
He literally back to normal.
Yeah,
in a way. He's fucked.
He's fucked. I mean, he's gushing out blood, teeth fucked, chest ripped open a little bit. I'm assuming somehow from the demon.
Probably when he was seizing out.
Yeah. So he's back to normal. How did the police get there? Was it Piper?
I think, well, what I'm guessing is from Whitney and them not fucking reporting being gone for so long, because they were gone the whole day.
Could be.
That's what I'm assuming.
Or the people who picked up Piper.
Yeah, Piper could have said, like, hey, call the cops on them.
So that's when you see the cops arrive. Laura got her dead daughter out of the freezer and is laying in the pool where her daughter drowned. And she's kind of just swimming with her dead corpse. The cops come. They find Ollie in the woods. He's back to normal. He says, help me.
Yep.
They ask him his name. His name is fucking Connor. It was the kid. Andy was
him.
right. And Piper drives away, and she's sitting at a train with these people who picked her up. She sees a plane fly off, which at the very beginning of the movie, after the dad dies, they hear a plane when they're laying in his bed. And Andy tells her that no one goes to heaven. They just fly to heaven on an airplane.
Yep.
So that's like her way of like...
Andy's on his way.
Andy's on his way. You know what I mean? He's going to a better place. And that's when the voicemail plays over. And it's basically Andy just telling Piper, like, I'm sorry. I hit you when I was a little kid. Dad was not good. I love you, Piper. I'm with Wendy. We're going to come get you. Everything's going to be all right. Laura's not a good person. And the movie ends.
And by God, it was so good.
It was a tearjerker. Like, those last 20 minutes were fucking... I mean, it sounds crazy in a way, like the way we described it, but it is. But it, like, the subtlety of the music that they use, the choreography from the characters that, like, the actors are portraying, it was phenomenal. It was a really good movie. I loved it.
It was solid because throughout the whole thing, like, as long as you pay attention to a movie and you don't get distracted, like some people, I don't know how they do. They're like, oh, I didn't like the movie. Like, well, did you watch it? Like,
Yeah, I was on my
half
phone.
and half. They're on their phone the whole time. And like, I hated this. I'm like, what? No, this story was very easy to ingest, and you could tell what was happening. And I appreciate that so much about it. Not saying they dumbed it down. But the story was story was on. You could see the storyboard right there. There was no hidden somethings. You could figure it out.
Yeah.
If you use your brain a little bit, you could tell how the ritual works.
Yeah, really good pacing.
Yeah, exactly. The pacing was perfect.
And some people could consider that a slow burn. I would say it's slow burn, but not like the slow burn people are like, fuck, that movie sucked. It was a slow burn. Some movies deserve to be a slow burn because it's storytelling. You're building You're building the world. You're building the characters. You've got to know the story for each little character in this movie. And it all makes sense. I don't think they dumbed it down, but it was like a way of like portraying it for reasons that needed to be portrayed. You know, I really enjoyed it.
It was great. It was a great fucking movie, honestly. Yeah. Everything on it was perfect. Laura's reasoning on doing this. Granted, there was also, when you're watching the films, I think I couldn't tell for sure, but I'm almost 80% positive. The reason she has this footage is because she was in that cult, because when you watch how the ritual is done, she is the one brought back to life.
Yeah, you and your wife were telling me that. I didn't pay attention to the body and the ritual video, but you're probably right. Because how else would she have the video? Why would she have it?
Mm-hmm.
How did she get it? And it's like, how does she know it actually works? This isn't fucking make-believe type shit. So
Which, to be honest, you see the person recording. Was that her recording at the beginning also? I kind of forgot about that. That could honestly be her recording. You remember at the very beginning, she's filming everything?
Yeah, they could have been filming Ollie.
No. Like, maybe.
Because at the very beginning,
it was a child. Fuck yeah, maybe it was. I need to rewatch.
Yeah, I know.
I need to rewatch the very beginning.
I was telling my friends about it last night. I'm like, I wish I had a theater at my house because I need to watch this shit again immediately. Mm-hmm. It's that good. And I need to pick up things like, when you watch something.
Yeah.
And then you can pick it back up. There was something at the very beginning.
That kid's
eye?
There
was like a puzzle piece of a bruise that looked like under his eye. In the beginning, when Andy and Piper go to their house, Ollie has that same mark under his eye. So you're probably right. She probably was filming Ollie's possession video. She
probably filmed it so she could take it home and do it at home, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, we may have just solved it. I love it. Most gruesome part of the whole fucking movie was probably the scene in the ritual VHS tape where the guy is literally fucking eating this guy's skull out.
Yeah.
I was like,
eating
oh
that
my
shit out like a fucking, yeah, I don't know, eating it out like something. What
so
a lucky man.
There you have it. Bring her back. There's a full movie breakdown discussion. I guess we should just call these breakdowns.
Yeah.
Breaking down the movies. Let us know what you guys would like to see us break down next. I highly recommend this movie.
Me too.
Even though we just described the whole fucking movie to you and we gave our thoughts on like what each thing meant, which I feel like we got all those points.
Yeah.
We dumbed it down. Not dumbed it down. We got to the point of like, hey, this is how the ritual works. You got to have somebody die in the circle, and then the possessed eat the soul out of the body, and then put it in the other one through not really eating, but like put it down their throat.
Yeah, they're taking parts of the soul or the body and spitting it into, I guess,
because I thought that bitch came over and just started eating the other one's mouth. But it wasn't. It was spitting the guts out and all that.
Yeah. She was.
I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Right. Yeah, spitting the fluid into the other person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love it. 9 out of 10. 9 out of 5 out of 10 for him. I love it.
5, baby. It was really good.
Yep. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Hit that like, subscribe.
Comment down below.
Yeah, we hope to be doing more of these in the future.
Oh, most definitely. Within the next month or 2 months, July comes out Superman and Fantastic Four.
Oh, we're definitely doing. We got Fantastic Four. We got Superman. We got Jurassic Park. Are you excited for that one?
Oh yeah, fuck
bro! Yeah, they're finally getting into the mutated dinosaurs.
You see the popcorn buckets? They look pretty sick.
Oh, bet
they look pretty sick.
All right, comment down below if. Or the next movie you'd like to see us do, we might just do it.
Yeah. Peace, y'all.
Like, subscribe, bye.